This is the reason why friendly and agreeable people can have problems with narcissists. This time, we'll talk about you. Today's trait: agreeableness is my favorite. This series has allowed character development. We'll act friendly today. For those who may have forgotten, this series is about learning how your unique personality can make you vulnerable to certain types of relationships, how to avoid getting stuck in them, and the challenges you may face if and when you end them. Although I accept my introversion, agreeableness has always been my favorite trait. I prefer friendly people. Agreeable people are friendly and productive. This group respects authority and is selfless. They prefer group problem-solving over confrontation. That's where extremely agreeable and completely disagreeable people meet. Just right agreeable people are kind, respectful, compassionate, and cooperative. However, being too agreeable can lead to being taken advantage of in social situations. Extremely humble people who work hard to please others may never be recognized. This is a very disagreeable or hostile level. Who rules that space? Narcissists are hostile. Thus, someone who lacks agreeableness doesn't get along with others, takes advantage of them, doesn't care about their feelings, is rude and argumentative, and thinks only of themselves. This video's goal is harmony, so let's return. Understand agreeableness. Tragically, narcissistic relationships can outweigh their costs. Narcissists and psychopaths find agreeable people easy. Agreeable people are kind, generous, and understanding. It's a narcissist's fantasy. Agreeable people may ignore warning signs, explain, justify, and give the benefit of the doubt. Cooperation, empathy, humility, and helpfulness define agreeableness. Agreeable people avoid arguments and seek solutions through collaboration. Moderate agreeability has benefits. They're kind and helpful. However, being too agreeable can lead to being taken advantage of in social situations. Overly agreeable people may burn out trying to please others and miss out on career and life successes because they are too modest to take credit. Hostility is opposite agreeableness. Narcissism, the opposite of agreeableness, is antagonism. Narcissists are selfish, insensitive, and exploitative. They dislike teamwork and argue with others. Narcissists and psychopaths target nice people. They are kind and forgiving. Narcissists' flattery convinces them to comply. Thus, agreeable people may overlook warning signs, offer explanations, and give the benefit of the doubt when it's unwarranted. Agreeableness in social interactions is crucial. Kindness and compassion are admirable, but too much can make you vulnerable to manipulation. Setting boundaries, saying no, and recognizing warning signs can help you avoid narcissists and psychopaths. In conclusion, agreeableness can be a strength and a weakness, so it's important to recognize how it affects your relationships. Positive light, making it hard for the victim to recognize the abusive relationship and break free. Agreeableness isn't bad, but it makes people more vulnerable to narcissistic abuse. The key is to balance openness and self-defense. To conclude, understanding agreeableness in narcissistic relationships is essential for healing. An agreeable person recovering from narcissistic abuse can benefit from therapy. Remember that you deserve love and respect and can reclaim your power and live a happy, successful life at any age. Disagreeableness means not agreeing. It's someone who doesn't get along with others, exploits them, doesn't care about their feelings, is boastful and self-centered, and resists authority. This video emphasizes harmony, so let's return to it. Understanding human agreeableness vulnerability is crucial. Tragically, narcissistic relationships can outweigh their costs. Sandra Brown found that narcissists and psychopaths target agreeable people. Science explains this result. Narcissists and psychopaths find agreeable people easy. Agreeable people are forgiving and helpful, expecting little in return. It's a narcissist's fantasy. Thus, many agreeable people may overlook red flags, give the benefit of the doubt, or rationalize, excuse, and justify. I think most people who get therapy for narcissistic abuse are agreeable. These good people have suffered abuse and evil. This person's pleasant demeanor may make it hard to understand how badly this other person is acting. If you were a kid, you know how hard it is to be agreeable, because a narcissistic parent can abuse a child and the child will always forgive and make excuses. Some kids become peacemakers who never complain or make excuses. As expected, agreeable people are drawn to and trapped in narcissistic relationships. Empathy, humility, belief in others, and selflessness, even beyond the trauma bond, can lead to an innate willingness to make excuses, justify, and see the other person's perspective, regardless of how badly they are behaving. Empaths are people who are very agreeable. Because they can't change, agreeable people can stay in abusive relationships for decades. Agreeable people may blame themselves and excuse their role in the toxic relationship. It's devastating because the agreeable partner in a narcissistic relationship may spend their entire life feeling responsible for the relationship's failures and trying to accommodate the narcissist's every whim. Breakups. What happens? The agreeable person may keep giving people second chances and trusting them, only to be disappointed. Relationships and traumas may struggle to prioritize their needs and set boundaries. Being sociable is a strength, but being too agreeable can lead to narcissistic abuse and unhealthy relationships. Therapy and education about narcissism can help a naturally agreeable person see the damage and improve. Highly agreeable people may struggle to set boundaries and prioritize themselves, but doing so is essential to their health. Narcissistic relationships can repeat themselves in future relationships with parents, partners, spouses, long-term friends, or intense workplace relationships. Personality motivates, making change difficult. Agreeableness is my second highest trait after introversion. I'm kind, empathetic, and introverted, but I don't like big crowds. My agreeableness, self-doubt, and self-devaluation have drawn the narcissistic shark to me. I like easygoing people, but my agreeableness has gotten me into enough trouble that I've been keeping to myself more than ever. Many trauma survivors fear re-entering society will worsen things. The world desperately needs more agreeable people. I love and protect my supporters. Again, thanks.